Picture this. You're not broke. You have a job. You make a decent income. You're not buying designer clothes or taking luxury vacations. And yet, every single month, you end up with less money than you expected. Your account just quietly drains. And you sit there thinking, I'm not even doing anything wrong. Where is it going? Here's the thing. You're probably not doing anything dramatically wrong. That's actually the problem. Because the money mistake that destroys most people's finances isn't one big bad decision. It's one small invisible habit repeated silently, month after month, until one day you look up and realize you have nothing saved, nothing invested, and no idea how it happened. My name is Jack. If you've ever felt like your money just disappears without explanation, hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Because today we're going to name the mistake, explain exactly why it happens, and show you the fix. Let's start with a number. According to data from the Federal Reserve, nearly 40% of Americans cannot cover a $400 emergency without borrowing money. Not people who are unemployed. Not people in poverty. Working adults with regular incomes. And the reason isn't always low pay. Research consistently shows that income alone doesn't determine financial outcomes. Behavior does. So what is the mistake? It's called lifestyle drift. And it's the reason smart, hardworking people end up financially stuck. Here's how it works. You start your first job. Income is modest. You live lean. Then you get a raise. Small upgrade. Better apartment maybe. Nicer groceries. A streaming service or two. Then another raise. Another upgrade. A car payment. More subscriptions. Better restaurants. And every single time, the upgrade feels completely reasonable. Because compared to what you're earning, it is reasonable. But here's what most people don't realize. Your expenses are growing at almost exactly the same rate as your income. Which means your savings rate, the percentage of your income you actually keep, stays flat or shrinks. And a flat savings rate compounding over years becomes a financial emergency you never saw coming. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. Your brain adjusts to every improvement in your lifestyle incredibly fast. That new apartment feels amazing for about 6 weeks. Then it becomes normal. Then you want the next thing. And the cycle repeats. Quietly. Automatically. Without you ever making a conscious decision to get poorer. And this is where it gets really interesting. Lifestyle drift is dangerous precisely because it never feels like a mistake. Every individual decision looks fine. Reasonable even. But the pattern across all those decisions is what slowly drains your financial future. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine two people. Both earn $4,000 per month. Person A lets their expenses grow with every raise. After 5 years, they're earning $5,500 per month but spending $5,200. Savings rate? Almost zero. Person B takes a different approach. Every time income increases, they keep expenses mostly flat and invest the difference. After 5 years, they're earning the same $5,500 but only spending $3,800. The gap between those two people after another 10 years of compounding is not small. It's life-changing. The math isn't complicated. The behavior is. So how do you actually fix lifestyle drift? 3 steps. Step 1. Make your savings rate visible. Most people track their income. Almost nobody tracks their savings rate. And what you don't measure, you can't protect. Your savings rate is simply the percentage of your income you keep and invest each month. Even a 10% savings rate, maintained consistently, builds serious wealth over time. The goal isn't perfection. It's awareness. Because the moment you make your savings rate a number you watch, lifestyle drift loses its power. It can't operate invisibly anymore. Step 2. Create a spending gap on purpose. Here's the simple rule that changes everything. Every time your income increases, save at least half of the raise before your lifestyle touches it. So if your income goes up by $500 per month, automatically move $250 into savings or investments. Keep the other $250 for lifestyle. This does 2 things. It lets you enjoy progress. And it guarantees that your financial future grows faster than your lifestyle does. This one habit, applied consistently across every raise for the next decade, is worth more than almost any investment strategy you could find. Step 3. Audit your recurring expenses once every 90 days. Lifestyle drift hides in recurring charges. Subscriptions, memberships, upgraded plans, services you signed up for and forgot. These aren't one-time decisions. They're automatic monthly drains that compound over time just like investments do, except in the wrong direction. Every 90 days, pull your bank statements. Find every recurring charge. Ask one question about each one. Am I actively using this? Is it worth what I'm paying? Cancel anything that fails that test. This isn't about living uncomfortably. It's about making sure every dollar you spend is a decision you're actually making, not a habit running on autopilot. Now here's the trap most people fall into when they hear this advice. They think the solution is extreme. Cut everything. Live on nothing. Sacrifice all enjoyment now for some distant future reward. That's not what this is. The goal isn't to stop enjoying your income. The goal is to make sure your financial future grows alongside your lifestyle. Not instead of it. Alongside it. Because here's the truth. Lifestyle drift doesn't just cost you money. It costs you options. The ability to leave a bad job. To handle an emergency without panic. To retire on your terms. Every dollar that drifts away silently is a small piece of future freedom you'll never get back. And the frustrating part is that fixing it doesn't require a dramatic life overhaul. It requires 3 simple habits done consistently. Know your savings rate. Protect half of every raise. Audit recurring expenses every 90 days. That's it. No complicated strategy. No sacrifice. Just awareness and a few small decisions repeated consistently. Because here's what most people eventually learn. The difference between someone who builds wealth and someone who stays stuck isn't usually income. It isn't intelligence. It's whether they noticed the drift before it was too late. So here's your challenge for the next 48 hours. Open your bank app. Find your 3 biggest recurring expenses. Ask yourself honestly, did I consciously choose these this month? Or are they just running on autopilot? That one question, asked honestly, is worth more than any budgeting app or financial course you'll ever find. Small habits. Consistent decisions. Real results. If this helped you see the quiet mistake differently, hit subscribe. And tell me in the comments. When you actually look at your recurring expenses, what surprises you most? Because I'm betting there's at least one charge in there you completely forgot about.